Hello and welcome back to MidEast In Depth. In anticipation of Prime Minister Cameron's meeting with President Erdogan in Ankara today, we focus on Turkey as well as the predicted agenda in talks today. In the Daily Telegraph, Shahsank Joshi writes that when Cameron and Erdogan meet later today, the main issue to be broached is why Turkey, NATO's only Muslim majority member, is curiously absent from the campaign against ISIS. The writer explains that Turkey's first response is attacking Isil is futile unless one also targets its cause, the Assad regime, and that the West's narrow focus on Isil has benefited Assad on the ground, giving the appearance that the US is tacitly collaborating with the regime. He then states that Turkey's second concern is related to Syria's Kurds, and Turkey worries that getting rid of Isil could inadvertently enable a hostile Kurdish bloc to crystallize on its doorstep. He adds an idea that Erdogan is certain to push with Cameron today is the creation of a buffer zone along the Turkish-Syrian border protected from Assad's troops and aircraft in order to protect civilians. Shahsank predicts, however, that it wouldn't change the balance of power in Syria and would exacerbate escalation in the area. Furthermore, the creation of a buffer zone would be seen by Iran as an invasion of a key ally, Syria, and it would respond accordingly. He suggests that it might nevertheless be worth the risk. The main benefit would be Turkey's entry into the war and, in particular, access to its crucial Incirlik airbase. The journalist concludes that Britain has also a difficult decision to make and asks, does Cameron have the domestic political support to follow suit? His appetite for such escalation, just months from a general election, will play a large part in determining how he and President Erdogan get along today. Dyer in the Herald Daily states that David Cameron and other Western leaders have misunderstood the purpose of terrorist attacks in Western countries. He explains the purpose of major terrorist activities directed at the West, from the 9/11 attacks to Isil videos, is not to cow or intimidate Western countries. It is to get those countries to bomb Muslim countries or, better yet, invade them. He continues, the terrorists want to come to power in Muslim countries, not in Canada or Britain or the US. And the best way to establish your revolutionary credentials and recruit local supporters is to get the West to attack you. And so far, the strategy is working just fine. He adds that 3,361 people were killed by terrorism in 2000, 17,958 were killed by it last year, and at least 80% of these people were Muslims, and the vast majority of those who killed them were also Muslims. He continues, only about 5% of the victims of this latest wave of terrorism lived in developed countries, but it was their deaths and their government's ignorant responses to them that provided the fuel for the spectacular growth of jihadi extremism. So what can be done about it, the journalist asks. You don't fix the problem by fighting poverty or raising educational levels. That kind of thing has almost nothing to do with the rise of terrorism. You have to deal with the particular grievances that obsess specific ethnic, religious or political groups. For more updates, please visit levant.tv. And subscribe to MidEast In Depth on iTunes. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.